Welcome to Amish Roots, plain talk in a modern world. Thank you for joining me. So, a friend and I were discussing the other day about the best way to make waffles, and she was shocked to learn that I make mine from a boxed mix. Her response was, I am surprised you don't make them from scratch, Amish Ruth. This is not the first time that someone has questioned my methods of making something because they have a preconceived idea that the Amish have not learned about shortcuts. Or perhaps they are holding on to the idea that all Amish are the same, and they are in disbelief when horrors upon horrors we are not. Ach, die Liebe. One person expressed surprise that I don't make my own bread. When did they think I had time to do that labor intensive task? I had a full time job at the time. In fact, I can probably count on one hand the number of Amish households who actually do this anymore, at least on a regular basis. Follow an Amish person around in the grocery store sometime, but please do it discreetly as not to freak them out. And you will discover all kinds of modern foods they put in their carts. When I was growing up, a snack for us was popping popcorn in a pot on top of the stove. Occasionally, my parents might buy a bag of chips to go along with the popcorn. Now remember, I came from a large family. So the big bowl of popcorn would be set on the table. Then my mom would divide the bag of chips into piles for each child, trying to make it as fair as possible. Your portion of chips was wherever you sat down at the table, but you could have as much popcorn as you liked. We very seldom had pop, and on rare occasions, juice made with water and orange syrup, which I talked about in a previous vlog. Fast forward to today, and it is not unusual to see pop and snacks in an Amish grocery cart. My friends also express horror that I don't make my own pie crusts. Now, to be fair, I have tried to make it, and I still try sometimes, but it never turns out well for me. I can't even roll out the dough properly. Yet, my sisters can do it flawlessly. I can, however, make a delicious pie, just not the crust. It is like cutting through cardboard with a fork, not easily done. Although my dear husband does his very best to do it without making it look obvious that he's sawing through a tree. I ask, why is it necessary that I be proficient at making pie crust? Just because I grew up Amish? Do all German people know how to make schnitzel? Do all Ukrainians make a good borscht? I wonder how many people from England still enjoy steak and kidney pie. The world has progressed, and the Amish have too. Sometimes I see baked goods in their carts, including pie. A dish from my childhood that I don't think any of the Amish make anymore is soup, which translates to milk soup. This dish consisted of boiled milk, which you then dump cube bread into, sprinkled with cinnamon. This was a quick meal to make when things were busy at home. You know, probably on the days we were making bread and pie. The Amish did not stop making it because they can now buy it at the store. It is, I suspect, because it wasn't a favorite of anyone. I want you to imagine for a moment that you're having a nice snack of a piece of buttered bread with a glass of milk. Suddenly, you accidentally knock your glass over, spilling the milk. And in surprise, you drop the bread into the milk. Now, are you going to continue eating that bread? No? Not even if I sprinkle cinnamon on it? I didn't think so. Lots of things we made growing up was out of necessity, simply because no one had time to go into town. I will admit, my Amish family was very resourceful with the foods we grew in our gardens. or head in our house at any given time. Every winter, for instance, we butchered a couple of pigs for a meat source throughout the year. We fried the sausage and put it in jars, steaming the jars so that they sealed, and then storing them in our cellar. This is something I never do anymore. People wonder why not. If I was taught this Amish way of doing meat, why would I not still do it? Because there is a shortcut. I freeze the sausage in meal friendly portions and defrost and fry them when needed. It is no longer necessary to spend an entire day in the kitchen cooking and canning the meat. Does this make my heritage as an Amish person less valid? Besides, many of the Amish of today have generator run freezers and do the same thing. It is not being lazy, it is using resources to make life easier. There is no manual stating what tasks are considered Amish and which ones are not. Talents among the English, Mennonites, Amish, and Hutterites are all equal. Some have the skills to be wonderful cooks and bakers, while others cannot fathom the difference between a tablespoon and a teaspoon. Some take the time to cook three-course meals, while others combine milk, bread, and cinnamon. Some grow and harvest bountiful gardens, while others ponder which plants are edible or weeds. Being Amish does not determine what you might be skilled at or how much time and labor you must apply to your work. If there is an easier, less time consuming way of preparing food, why would the Amish not take advantage of it, just like anyone else? Besides, I don't ever remember any Amish families making waffles. Ah, die Lieber, I'm done ranting now. Mach's gut, and we will see you April 9th on Amish Roots, plain talk in a modern world.